What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What If Countries Formed an Empire. This is my second video recorded today, so good luck to me. But alright, let's start this scenario. For the first event, we see this giant jumping of Serbia, and Serbia is going to get rolled over absolutely because all these nations are invading them all at the same time. And Kosovo is also getting independence, so yippee. Yeah, Serbia surrenders. Let's divide up Serbia. This is the current peace treaty, and a lot of these countries are going to be like, oh wow, we just did that. And they're going to all be shocked, but after this, they all leave the coalition, I guess. And, Kosovo and Albania, united. Let's go! Here we see Croatia go ahead and starting a invasion into Slovenia, slowly pushing into their land and taking over little bits of it, splitting it into two, slowly splitting it into more and more pieces until Slovenia eventually really wants to surrender, and they get split into two more last pieces and they surrender over to Croatia for this peace treaty. So here we see Croatia staging a border incident down here, and they're going to declare war on Bosnia because of this. Now, they are going to slowly push along the coast of, well, trying to get what little coast Bosnia has. I don't know where their coastline is down here, but they're going to invade near their little bit of coastline that they do have, and, Croatia's just going to invade Bosnia from all sides because they fully surround Bosnia, almost 100%. And so here we also see a northern Serbian rebellion start gaining so much power in Bosnia, right? And they're also going to invade into Croatia a bit because, yeah, Croatia has a little bit of Serbian land, but Serbia is going not Serbia. Croatia is going to be like, hey, you can't do that, so they're going to invade into the rebellion. And then after this, they're going to slowly collapse Bosnia. Bosnia is going to be split into multiple pieces, and this rebellion will be slowly stopped and removed. So let's see this peace treaty. Here we see Croatia sending an ultimatum after moving in some troops into Montenegro, and they fully annex Montenegro, and they're going to join the Croatian Empire. Here we see Bulgaria invading into North Macedonia, like so. So here we see a team form up against Bulgarian imperialism with them charging into North Macedonia. So Greece and Albania are going to join against Bulgaria. So here we see the Bulgarian invasion continuing, but here we see Greece is going to get the jump on Bulgaria with the help of Albania. So here we see this, and they're going to try to sneak behind the front line of Bulgaria, so they're going to be pushed back a little bit in North Macedonia, like so, but they are going to push a little bit more into Bulgaria. But Croatia doing the thing to help their ally, they're going to join the war to temporarily protect Bulgaria and expand into Albania. So they're going to go down here like so, trying to get behind front lines, and they're going to free up some land in Bulgaria, and Bulgaria and Croatia are going to team up like that, and we see a really big push into Albania. Kosovo's captured, and let's see this. Here we see a slight fallback on troops from this front line, but this would turn a push trying to take back Kosovo, free up some North Macedonian lands. So they're going to spearhead trying to take a little bit all of Kosovo as soon as they can, and they're going to push into Serbia from this, trying to do a spearhead, a very risky spearhead, and Croatia is going to see this and quickly dispose of it. With this, they are going to send more of their military, focusing, slamming down on the Albanians out of rage, just mad. Their people are going to be very nationalistic about this invasion. The Bulgarians gain some of their land back, gaining all of it back like so, and they are going to push into Greek land, cutting off this area into two, and pushing into Greece like so, slowly invading more into North Macedonia, and they're also going to weaken Greece's military by a whole lot, slowly disrupting trade with them along the sea with the help of Croatia, and they're going to push in, encircling all of North Macedonia. North Macedonia surrenders. They're going to try to capitulate Kosovo faster by splitting it into two. And then Kosovo surrenders. Greece is going to be like, alright, we're going to lose either way, so let's go ahead and surrender. So let's go ahead and see this. This is the peace treaty, and Greece is going to be forced to pay heavy amounts of war reparations to Croatia and Bulgaria, with their temporary pact being very successful in the Balkans, and this is going to actually lead to a split between Bulgaria and Croatia, with them both competing for power. Here we see a anti-Croat alliance and a pro-Croat alliance playing out in this scenario, and Cyprus is looking horrible. Alright, so let's start this war up. So this war is going to be caused by tensions between Hungary and the Italian peninsula, and Greece, with the recent Greek war between the Croats and them. So let's go ahead and start seeing this. Here we see Turkey just grabbing up southern Cyprus really fast due to the Greeks' weak navy, since they were sort of kicked out of Cyprus, basically. Very weak navy, damaged by the Croats and Bulgarians. So let's see another invasion happening. So here we see Hungary getting invaded by almost all sides. Luckily, Ukraine's busy and Austria's neutral. So they're basically going to get invaded by all sides, with Slovakia doing very well, surprisingly. And Romania is going to lead the invasion for the most part, capitulating that area. But let's go ahead and see something else. Here we see a island hopping campaign from Turkey, just to take out some of the Greek islands and slowly start a push into Bulgaria. But Bulgaria is going to be very strong on their front line here, and they're also going to be able to start a small invasion into Istanbul, but it ain't really going to go nowhere, since the population density is super high. As the Italian Navy wins in the Adriatic, Turkey's going to be able to start a small campaign just starting up, but Greek and Bulgarian forces are going to push into southern Albanian ports. That way, Italy can get their forces into Greece to sort of slow down the island hopping campaign, and Bulgaria is going to start pushing into their neighbors slowly. Romania is going to be distracted with Hungary, so they're not going to be able to push in much, but they are going to be pushing in from around here. And Bulgaria is surrounded by a lot of sides, so they are going to get pushed all the way out of their captured Turkish territory. So they're going to get invaded by the Turks, and their capital's around here, so they're pretty close. So the Turks are just going to follow the coast, being backed by their navy in this situation, with the Greek navy being almost fully destroyed. And the Greeks are going to get absolutely cooked, which this means that the Croats will have less stress on their front line with the Greeks, so they will be chilling there. And The Turks capture Athens, bringing Greece out of this war, so they're going to surrender over, and this is going to bring the front lines over here to a halt, and this is going to sparkle up a very big movement in Bulgaria. They are tired of this war already. Their resources are stretched. They're exhausted from their first war they had with Greece, but they are going to be absolutely pushed heavily, like insanely heavily, by Romania, Turkey, and Croatia. Croatia is going to pressure everybody to quickly invade and take Bulgaria out of this war. And they're going to take out Bulgaria out of this war very fast, because people welcome them in with open arms sometimes, because they're so tired of this war, and their nationalism is very low, extremely low, to a unstable point. But Hungary's also going to follow a similar fate, with them surrendering over to them. And Italy's like, alright, we're cooked, but we got a good enough navy, so they're only going to be able to push into Venice a little bit. And the Croats, with the help of Romania, Slovakia, and everybody, are going to absolutely destroy everybody. But Slovakia is going to go ahead and leave this war, since they're tired of war, and they're a weaker country and can't really withstand being in a war for that long. So Italy's just going to surrender over to Croatia, and let's see this peace treaty. This is the peace treaty for this episode, with Thrice, yeah. And then Italy here. Turkey gains land. This is absolutely disgusting. Don't watch this video if you've already skipped to the end. Please don't. Goodbye.